I'll share it out when I get it too.
Hey everybody, welcome to Pencil for Life. This is the one and only Brad. How are you guys all doing today? I hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all blessed. I know we are. I just found out I had my audio on, so I'm going to shut that off real quick. Yeah, boomer time right now. Anyways, hey, I'm here with Travis Gibb. How you doing, Travis?
Hey, how are you?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Travis and I are going to hang out. We're going to talk a little bit about marketing, some of his projects, a little bit about the Handyman, a couple of things I'm planning on doing for it here in the next few days. And so we're gonna shoot the breeze a little bit, shoot the shit. See what's going on with chat too, because we got a few guys already. Trusty Sidekicks here, Eagle 43, Mighty Geek Studios. Appreciate you guys coming out early. But yeah, let's roll into, how are you doing, Travis? How's everything going?
Good. It's been a good week, very productive week. I'm ramping to the ends of both my campaigns, so that's always good, right? Where basically both of them need about $1,000. One of them needs like 700, the other one needs closer to 1,000.
Nice.
We're just kind of finishing them both off, strong, and that's what you need to do. It's a new thing. When I did my last Kickstarter, I funded in a week. So it's hard fighting for the money. It's a little different. I didn't have to do that before.
Is it because of the time of the year that you're doing it, or?
I think it's also both of these projects are kind of side projects for me. So I didn't do the promotion that I would normally do to back it up, right? So I didn't talk about them for a long time. So I think between the two, and it's not that I'm not passionate about them. It's just they were my side projects. I own 100% everything for Broke Down and 4 Dead Bodies, where these I don't own 100%.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. One of them I'm showing up right now. Dog Days. Let's get that going real quick. So Dog Days looks like it's a Zootopia crime noir at the top. So tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah. So here's what Dog Days is about. It's about two dogs that are investigating a crime where somebody is murdering the citizens. And all of them are being murdered and fed to other people. So these guys are investigating the crime situation. This book was done by Evelzine Publishing. They had read Dog Days. And when they read they read Broke Down and 4 Dead Bodies, and they asked me to finish this book. Somebody had started it, and I decided to finish it.
Okay.
So it's an original graphic novel. It's coming out. And it's kind of like Neil Gaiman style. So there's a big, deeper stuff. Or fable, cool things that are. It's more than just a crime story, but the package is a crime story, and the art is amazing. Look at this art.
Yeah, I'm loving the artwork actually. I love the feel of it. It looks great.
Yeah, the art and the coloring. The people who put those things together, they just know what they're doing. They know how to put those things together properly. So
yeah, it's not overly colored. It's not underly colored. I think it's just perfect for the tone. So
yeah, I'm super proud of it. It's going to be my first trade paperback, and it's 138 pages.
Okay.
So it's going to be it's a pretty decent sized book. So yeah, I'm excited about it.
Looks great. I can't wait to read it actually. All the way through.
Yeah, there's a 13-page preview right there that you can read. And like I said, this is a full trade. You don't need anything else. So this is completely done. I'm not gonna try to sell you anything else. At this time, there is no plan to go to an issue, a volume 2.
We've got a little bestiality going on too. Wow.
There is, yeah. Look at that. You got some. One of my favorite lines is there. Are you ready for Vanilla Thunder or something of that line? Everyone loves that line.
Okay.
His name's Vanilla Moose.
All right. Nice. 19-page preview. That's cool. Yeah, I'll check that out for sure.
Yeah. So it's a cool book, and Evelzine Publishing. I mean, they do a lot of Kickstarters. I mean, he has 4 on right now.
I like the way it's laid out. It's pretty. It's really legit looking. I love the way the pledges here at the bottom. You can see them clearly. What you're gonna get with them. It's quite nice looking, dude. Really nice.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, that's all my work. I'm a marketer. I own a web design company, so I put those together for them
cool.
for this campaign.
Nice. I think so you might have to hire you a little bit here.
It's not been the first time. Yeah, this actually got me a little bit, and I just use it. I just turn it over and pay for my art, man. Like I don't even charge that much. But yeah, it's putting these things together. And your screen, it matters, man. So let's talk about marketing for a minute, just because it came up. The way you design your page really matters, right? People want to know why, they want to know how, they want to get involved, and they want to see it's as much complete as possible.
Yeah.
So if you go down a little bit and you see that picture of the with the book open.
So picture with the book up. Oh, you talking about the first picture?
Yeah, right there. See, even though that shows that the book is more done than it is, because people look, oh, that's a physical book. It looks like a physical book. Things like that really matter. You know, if someone just shows the cover and pages, like it doesn't feel like a book to them.
Okay, I get you.
So little things like that make a huge difference, and you can see it statistically. It actually increases like 8% your mathematically of funding.
Nice, dude. Nice. What if my book is not going to be 100% finished when I go to
yeah, this isn't 100% finished, but
yeah.
Did you get that impression?
Yeah, you get that impression though. Yeah, so it's already done. So if I print up like a test book, like and show that off, that's probably what I'd be looking at.
Photoshop, man. That's Photoshop.
Oh, that's just this. Oh, okay. I did not know that.
Yeah. I just made it look pretty.
Oh, that's cool, dude. Okay. So you're tricking the senses. Nice.
Exactly. You're doing it. And you're not, I don't claim that it's done. And you could tell you're not getting it till August. So clearly we're doing something, right?
Yeah.
We've finished the first 2 chapters are done, and then we got to finish the other 3. And, we need the Kickstarter money to back it, to finish it off. Most of my books, I try to have them finished before I'm done. So if you ever back up, so just for the listeners who know me or follow me, if you back up broke down one of my 100% projects, it'll always be finished before I come up. Or if it's not, I'll tell you. But yeah, this is something that Kickstarters do, and there's nothing wrong with that. People know that, you need money to finish things off.
Yeah. How many projects have you done on Kickstarter?
I've done just one, like by myself, but I've been part of 7.
7. Okay.
And also 7 successfully funded.
Nice. Okay.
I mean, let me revise. Assuming these two, the 2 that we're talking about today,
you're pretty close. Yes. I mean, 6 days to go, you need 1,000, but yeah. So
yeah, well, and then you get a big chunk. So I don't know if anybody told you. So Kickstarter, whatever you get on the first day, you can expect half of that on the last 2 days.
Oh, okay. All right.
That it's not a given. It's not a guarantee, but on average, you get both.
Okay.
Because it's basically your friends who are like, oh, I've seen him post it. Oh, I'll get to it. And then the last day they're like, oh, no, I need to get to it.
Okay. Yeah. I get you. All right. What about your other project over here? Let's look at that real quick.
Yeah, let's look at that.
So the Advocate is right. The Advocator.
Yeah, the Advocator.
Winter edition. All right. So you're only asking $2,700 for this one. You got about 1,000 to go as well. Yep. 6 days. Yeah,
it's a little less than 1,000, so like 800 for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is this another book by you, or what?
So what this is? It's kind of an anthology, and I'm part of it. So basically, we took people's existing franchises and we put them in a book. Okay. So this has 6 franchises. So it has Welcome to the Void, which is a successful Kickstarter. Grimwood Crossing, which is successful Kickstarter. Binary Star, Broke Down in 4 Dead Bodies, which is mine. Mary Revised, and Modern Testament. All of them are successful Kickstarters combined into one book.
Okay.
So there's a short story in that ties to our existing universes.
Okay. All right.
And that's it, man. It's just kind of an ad, right? We're using it to kind of share audiences. So we're hoping someone will read it and want to
read the other ones and then
to read the full story, right? So if you read the Broke Down, the 4 pages, and you like it, you'll buy the first issue of Broke Down in 4 Dead Bodies.
Yeah. Nice. And all of the other campaigns that are in here, or all of the other artists and collaborators. They have all had successfully funded books. Okay.
Yeah, to be part of this, you need to be. So once you successfully complete Handyman, you can be part of this, and you can submit a 4-page story to be part of one of the future issues. Yep. Okay. And what you get for it, so what we're getting for it is I'm just going to get books. So I'm going to get copies of the book. There's no cash that's going to be given to me, but I'm going to get copies of the book so I can sell it at cons, sell it at comic stores, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay.
It's kind of like you work at a comic store, right?
I do.
It's basically image first, right? You get the first, you get the little preview of everything, or when the end of Civil War II or the end of Infinity Wars, they come up with that one book that has like basically 4 stories of the other books that are coming out that year. That's what it is.
Okay, I understand. So when I was reading was it yesterday? Kickstarter last year did almost 18 million in comic sales.
Yeah.
And I know Indiegogo did probably, I think, 6 million, something like that. So, I mean, between both, I mean, there's a lot of money out there for comics still for indie creators. So, that's why, I decided I'm going to run both platforms for Handyman. So,
sure.
Because I'm like, why just limit to myself to one corner? I mean, I want to get my book out there. I want to get it seen. I want to turn this into a publishing company, type thing where I have multiple books coming out.
I wish I did it. To be honest, I wish I broke down over. There's no reason why I couldn't have raised an extra 1,000 or so on the other platform. Yeah. it's exhausting, right? Once you come up with one, you're just exhausted. And I was just like, do I want to do it again? And I decided not to. And then I waited too long. And it's not that I couldn't do it right now and possibly get something on it, but I'd want to give that audience something special because there is a different audience. There's people who will never jump over platforms.
Yeah,
for whatever
which
reason.
is, I don't know why. It makes no sense to me, but I mean, if you're gonna spend your internet on one, I mean, your money online on one, I don't know why you wouldn't spend it on the other. So, but I understand the social aspect about Kickstarter because they had the built-in, hey, Peter funded this book. I like what Peter does. Let's see what Peter's, why he backed this one. Take a look at it.
Yeah.
I like that aspect of it. I wish Indiegogo had something like that. So that's what's kind of drawn me over to the Kickstarter side.
Yeah, no, and that's why I like it. That's why I would never switch. Even though, it's scary, right? Because there's a possibility that you're going to fail and that you're going to feel rejected, right?
Yep.
That's just reality. So that stuff is kind of sad, but
I already failed once, so
right.
I've already been rejected enough. Yeah, I don't.
But the strategy, hopefully you have a better strategy coming into this. You have some better stuff. The negative is I haven't even seen any art. Can you show me some art from Handyman? I haven't seen anything.
Yeah. So I am on my table right now.
You can even show me. Do you mind showing the Kickstarter? Or you're not ready to show the.
I'm not showing the Kickstarter yet, so I'm still finishing the pages that are being read.
Okay.
Because I went back and redid some, so I'm coloring them this weekend. So.
All right.
Yeah.
Looks good.
Yeah, dude. It'll be good once it's done. Once it's colored, I'll be a little more happy with it. But you'll be able to read. I'm gonna have like 6 or 7 pages up, so you guys can read them before we begin. So yeah,
that's good.
Nice.
So
yeah, it's moving along. It's just when I did the first couple pages, I was kind of going kind of fast. I'm like, no, I'm gonna slow down, take my time, make sure it looks pristine. And then I didn't like the way I did the first 3, except for the title page. So I went back and I redid those. So I know I can't keep going back for every page, otherwise I'll never get the book done. Right. But I figure, hey, if they're going to be reading them first, to get you hooked in the book, I need to go back and make sure they're top notch.
Here's the thing: those are pledge levels, unused pages. That's a high level pledge level.
Yep. I planned on that for being a pledge level. You'll get original artwork, stuff like that. So yeah, for sure. The other thing I'm thinking about doing, because I've been talking over Tyler. We want to make a splash first day, and I think I want to make a splash a different way than just giving just something out to people, which I think, it would be great. And I've been talking over with a couple of people. I think the first day, a portion of all sales that day are going to go to charity. I think that's what I want to do the first day. So
I like that. But the problem is then the charity gets nothing if it doesn't fund.
It's true.
Yeah,
I get it. But so if it gets funded,
well, I always start your first day promotion as I give away free shipping.
Okay. All right.
So that's what I do. It works really well. So I normally do it for the first 48 or 24 hours and go free shipping because nobody wants to pay the shipping. So, and you're not going to lose a lot of money on that, because you're going to make up any shipping money on your digitals because there's going to be people who get digital. So that's what I normally offer is that. The other thing I would do, because Tyler's going to be live at the same time, is if you back both, you get a free print or something that has.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so if they back his Demons book and then back mine, we can do something. Yeah, we can definitely do that because there will be a little bit of overlap, like I think 10 days, maybe 12 days of overlap. So
well, and that helps get the fans over to both projects.
It's true.
Check them out. So you can do an update and say, hey, check this out. What's cool about it, you guys live in the same town, right? Same area.
Mm-hmm.
You guys could actually have him draw a Demon's character and you draw the Handyman. And it could be art by both of you, which is really cool.
Okay.
And really hard to do for most people.
Yeah, it's true.
So you go to your strengths,
Yeah, that's true. I never thought about that. Yeah. Like I can sit there and like, supporters who back at commission level or whatever, and you supported Demons, I'll draw a Demons character as well as the Handyman character for you or something like that.
Or whatever, or even just a free print. You make a print real quick that both you guys put together, and if you back both, you get a free print. That's it.
That's true.
You have to do both those projects. I did that. For Broke Down, where I gave, if you backed both, you got free digital copies of the other book, of a similar book. If you back mine and that, you both get a third PDF or something.
Okay. All right. So pricing of your book, I was thinking. So last time I had it up, I was talking with John Malin and things like that, and they said you're really underpricing yourself. You should probably price it at X dollars. So it's probably I'm thinking about doing $15 for the book because it's 48 pages.
Okay.
And then $5 shipping in the United States. So.
Well, let me show you what I did. Why don't you bring up Broke Down and 4 Dead Bodies? Let's talk about that.
Broke Down and 4
because that's a more accurate one of how I market.
Let me look that up real quick.
Yeah.
I got it. 1 second.
Yeah.
Let's pull it up. Boom.
Okay. So, and this will kind of tell you the pledge levels. So if you go down a little bit, so my average pledge level, so I had the first, so on the right, so the first one's $1. Mm-hmm. Second one is digital deluxe, which is $4. I allowed people to get the book for $1. You probably want to charge like 3 or 4 because it's a little bit more. But mine was 32 pages, so it's not that much different.
Okay.
And then I have the digital deluxe. So that means it's a deluxe one. All I do is add the script to the back of that.
Oh, okay, cool.
That's it. So digital deluxe, people can read the script. I added a couple of unused pages, which you have. You've already said you have.
Yep.
So that's a digital deluxe, and you can get someone to pay a little bit more for digital.
Yeah, I was thinking about adding like some what do you call it? Sketch stuff, like sketchbook stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And then the next level I had, so what's 6? So then I had, for me, I have a parallels. So that's other short stories that I wrote. So I added some other short stories.
Oh, okay.
So that's all that is, the PDF of short stories. So it's 32 pages. But as you see, that's 15 people gave me $6.
Yeah.
And I'm basically trying to find a price level for them.
Okay.
So then I've got my book. So my book main
you
cover
started at 10. Yeah.
Yep. Start at 10, which is, makes sense. And then $5 shipping.
Okay. But you ship anywhere in the world? Wow. Okay.
I did. But the shipping was more for $5. It was 10.
Oh, 10 for international. Okay.
Yep. Yeah. And you should really go 12 now. It's actually a little bit more expensive.
Yeah.
But when I did that, it was 10 was fine. And then what I did was I added all sorts of stuff. I have first day specials. Just scroll down the middle because I've got them all lined up in nice displays like the dog days.
Oh, do you? Oh, okay.
Yeah, now that we're past the digital.
Right here. Okay.
Just keep going. These are all my stretch goals because I was doing well. So,
gotcha.
So that's why it looks like a mess. Keep going.
No, you're good. You're good. Yeah.
Those are my covers because I have multiple covers.
Okay. Oh, here we go. Okay. Let's stretch goal.
A little bit. Yeah, a little bit. All right. Those are the digital. So this is so that's the digital reward. That's that in parallels.
Okay.
What we just talked about. Then we had, that's the book, $10. I got 15 for 2 books. So that's 2 different covers. But the only way you could get that cover was by paying 15.
Okay.
You get what I did? So I'm making them buy, if they want that cover, they got to buy the next one.
Okay.
Keep going. And then 20 for all 3 covers. So you had to keep going because it doesn't cost you a lot to make it an alternate cover.
Like no, it really doesn't. Yeah.
And you're basically getting something. Then I put a collector's edition, which had all sorts of stuff. It had sketches and a 4-page digital backup, some trading cards, another book. And that was my best sold. I sold more of that than anything else. And I got people for $35.
Okay. How many of these did you sell?
You'd have to look up and find out.
Oh, okay. I'll look back up there.
And then I kept going. Then I added a writer sketch. So for you should even do better because you're an actual artist. I'm not.
Nice. Yeah. So you just wrote on you just did took a blank cover and you drew on it for him. Is that what you did?
Yep.
Okay.
But gotcha. It was kind of a novelty. I didn't think they were going to sell, but some people bought them. I sold like 5 or 6.
All right. There we go.
Then I sold some original art.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be doing that as well. So.
And then I had that didn't sell at all. That was all my comic work. For some reason, it didn't sell.
Okay. Gotcha.
Keep going. That's all right. You're always going to find one that doesn't work.
Yep.
I sold the Name the Gang. They got the Name the Gang in there. I sold 2 of those for $2.50 a piece.
Okay.
I made a mistake. It was only supposed to be 1, and then somebody else bought a second one. So then I added another gang.
There you go. That's one way to do it. Yeah.
And then I had the original art from Carl is a professional artist, so I had him do a professional cover.
Oh, nice. Okay.
But the key to it, so what I want you to get out of that is alternate covers is how I was getting them to get more of the book.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had a realtor bundles if they got.
Yeah, I do want a retailer bundle as well. I definitely want to do that as well.
Well, one of the things to do is don't produce everything all at once. You want something to talk about for the month that you have the campaign up.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Christoph. I saw Christoph was
Chris?
on Mighty Geek. You want something to talk about, so release these things. Not everything was released on day one. I released and added more things.
I wanted to add things throughout the campaign for Handyman, so for sure.
And my realtor bundles worked really well. I sold them. I'm in several comic stores now with Broke Down and 4 Dead Bodies.
Okay.
Because I got it priced.
And what you said you did 8 copies of the book. Okay.
8 copies of the book. And I think I charged like $40.
$40. Okay.
Yeah, and that's with the marketing material too. So like the air fresheners and the posters and all that.
Air fresheners.
Yep.
Yeah. Retailer copy. $350 for the original artwork. Okay. And then $250.
Scroll up to collector's kit. That's what you want to see. That was one of my highest thing, and I did really well. And that was a good price point.
Collector's kit. That was 5 right there.
One more up, yeah.
24 backers. Okay. Yeah, that's not bad.
At 35,
Mm-hmm.
Because remember, you're going to want to have your average ticket. You said you're going to 3,500.
Well, I'm trying to get 7. So
right. But just for let's say it's 35 for the sake of argument.
Yeah.
So you're going to want to have an average ticket of $37 so you can do it.
Yeah, I'm thinking
So,
like 40 to
yeah.
So.
So that's what you're going to want to do. So you're going to have to give them some stuff to do that. They're not going to pay $40 for your book.
Yeah,
It's
I
all,
get it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
so alternate covers help and things like that. A really big deal.
Yeah, I
And
plan
yeah,
on doing original artwork. I plan on doing a blank cover with partial image on, like we talked about before.
Yeah. Did
Tyler's
you see my
show.
cover?
Yeah. So I plan on doing a partial one like that, and then drawing a head sketch on the other one, on the other half. So I plan on doing that. In fact, I plan on doing 4 covers like that. So of the 4 main characters from the book.
Okay.
So one of the handyman, one of, well, let's just say the other characters want people to be surprised, and then but room left for a little sketch on the side.
Well,
But
those should be limited to 50 or something.
they are going to be limited, yeah. So they are going to be limited, and then I'm going to be doing what do you call it? You can only get 2 of them on the Kickstarter. The other 2 you have to get on the Indiegogo.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to split those up.
You know what? I wouldn't talk about the Indiegogo.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. So people, will get.
You don't want someone. You don't want someone to go. Oh, I'll just wait for the Indiegogo.
Yeah, I get you.
You don't want that mentality. So you want to stop talking about that as much as you can.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously we're live and people can watch this video, but when you're campaign, you don't want to mention that because you don't want people to. Anybody will look for a reason to do it later.
Okay, I get you.
Yeah.
Yes, Christopher. Yeah, the magnificent mustache. It's coming. It's coming.
Yeah, and he likes my air fresheners. Yeah, my air fresheners were a hit, man. And people message me on my website on brokedownandfordabuddies.com and go, "Hey, I'll buy a copy of the book, but I need an air freshener. How much can I get the air freshener for?"
There's that mustache right there, Chris. There you go. Yeah. I'm gonna color that page this weekend. So I'm inking one more page tonight. So I got one more page to ink tonight, and then it's all coloring. Yeah. So as soon as we're done, I'll be starting that.
Starting the work. So where? I know you guys are in Utah. Where in Utah are you?
I'm in Orem. Yeah, Orem, Utah.
I go to Salt Lake City once a year. How close is that?
About 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, we're not that far. Yeah. So, yeah, I go up there all the time to like FanX and stuff like that. So,
yeah, that's one of the places that I plan on tabling. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it this year, but I'm going to table out in Salt Lake City because I have friends there.
Okay.
You may have heard of the band. They're a heavy metal band called Sleeping Giants, but Tommy Green.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep. He's a good friend of mine, and I come and visit him once a year. Yep.
Nice.
So
nice.
I come and hang out. I do stuff up there. So I do plan on coming up and doing Salt Lake City and staying with him.
Yeah. I try to get on if you're going to do the fall show, try to get on now. Apply on their website for the fall show. So, because they're doing the spring show right now, it's already sold out, but people are already starting to sign up for the fall show. So,
that's the plan. I have a kid coming in April, so I'm trying not to commit to anything too far away.
Well, it's in September, so yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Mm-hmm. So it's far enough away,
Yeah. Well, in the comic that Broke Down and 40 Bodies is set in Denver, so
okay.
Yeah, it's set in a place called Canyon City in Denver. So
okay. Yeah, I keep getting denied for the Denver PopCon all the time, every year. I keep getting denied.
Is it because you don't have books out, or do you have books
I
out?
think so. I think yeah. It's because I don't have an actual book, or it's I mean, they can see my artwork. They know I don't suck, in Artist Alley, but yeah, it's just
well, I think if they have to choose between you or somebody who's a book who could bring people in to get their book signed.
True. Yeah, I get it.
And that's maybe something you want to consider is doing an anthology or two, 4-page here, 4-page there, to get a lot of street cred.
Maybe. Well, right now, so I'm doing Handyman. I got another contract for a book right after I got hired for.
Nice.
And then I got another book after that. So I'm kind of
Nice.
booked up for the year. So with artwork. So
That's good to do. That's a good problem to have, right?
it is a good problem to have. Yeah. So I don't mind it. That's for sure. So I'm just hoping I can make enough off Handyman to live on for a little bit. At least
Denver
for a
is
few
full of
months.
stuck up potheads. That's probably true.
That's probably very true. Yeah.
I chose my characters are set in Canyon City, which, from what I understand, has 3 prisons.
3 prisons in one city? That's crazy.
Yeah, from what I understand. Yep.
Yeah, I don't want to go visit there. That's for sure.
Right. Well, it was great for a crime novel.
It would be, yeah. Or even a prison escape movie, or that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. So, how long are your campaigns going to run?
30 days each.
Okay.
So, yeah. So, I didn't know you could. Can you run longer than 30 days on Kickstarter?
You sure can.
Oh, you
Yep.
can. Okay.
Yep.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm just playing 30 days on Kickstarter, for sure. I don't know. I don't want to push it past that because I think we go.
Well, I would only push it past that if you want to end on a certain thing, because you got to think when people get money too.
That's true.
So, for instance, when you think about when the closest Friday to that is, so you want to give them a little bit of chance.
Okay.
It's best to start on a Tuesday because Tuesday is the best day of the internet.
Okay. So I was thinking about the 15th, which is 21 days out, which is a Friday.
Well, Friday's a good day too, but the problem is people are planning their weekend.
Gotcha. All right.
People are planning their weekend to go out that weekend. They don't really care about your Kickstarter to stop everything you're doing.
It's true, but I'm gonna start a countdown starting tomorrow. Actually, it counts down the days to it.
Yeah,
and push that out there every day. So, my buddy does it with what's his book? Now I'm going to have to look it up on Facebook. Every day, every time he has a product launch or whatever, he has a countdown timer. And yeah.
Countdowns are good. I mean, I actually created I know you're on Twitter a lot. Do you do any Facebook at all?
Yeah, I have Facebook. I have a page for Handyman, stuff like that.
Yeah, and I would start sending invites, set a group, an event and invite people to it.
Yeah, that's a great idea, man. Yeah. Mount Olympus Comics. That's it. Mount Olympus. So, they do like what's it called? America and stuff like that. So he does a lot of indie books. He goes to all the cons and everything. That's all he does like half his years, go to cons. So I met him down at Long Beach. He's an awesome dude. And he does a lot of a lot of girly covers. He gets a lot of artists to do girly covers. So he appeals to that audience.
I mean, that stuff sells, right? Girly covers.
It does. Well. Yeah, there's a lot of lonely single guys out there, So,
yeah, if you can put a girl on your cover, I would recommend it.
Oh man, I don't know. Gender swap the Handyman for a cover.
I don't know if we want to do that. But
no. Well, but it may get diverse enough attention. Yeah. Maybe we'll get some diverse attention. Yeah.
I mean, Image did that, right? Where they switched all the gender swapped everybody for a month. That was so weird.
Yeah, I believe they did that. Yeah. So,
yeah.
But people do it for cosplays too. But they do it in the spirit of the character, not just to do it. So, yeah. But I don't know. So.
But I would create an event to get people to come to the event and let them know that you're doing a launch, that you're going live.
Yeah, I will be going live. I plan on doing streaming that day as well. About an hour before I go live, and then hit the button right on the air.
Right.
Yep. So I plan on doing that. Getting people to come on the show, things like that, so we can all hit live together. Yeah.
Well, and partner with people who are doing the event, who are also going live on Kickstarter at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can, what I do is I share updates. So when I do an update, I'll plug another person's Kickstarter.
Okay, yeah.
Because the only people who get the update email are people who've already backed, and backers are more likely to spend more money on comics.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So I back people and I let people know, hey, check this out or do this,
Mm-hmm. No, it's a good plan. I think Good Dog Press, or what do you call it? They're doing that book all together. The gatekeeper. What's it called? Not gatekeepers.
Gatekeepers is Gene.
Yeah, it's not gatekeepers. It's some Tales from the Gate. Tales from Beyond the Gate. I think they're launching right around that time. So maybe I'll talk to them and we'll team up all together.
Well, even don't even talk to people because if you know them, you may share a fan base. Look who's live at that time and see who's doing well.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I started the show. I've been reaching out to smaller creators who are already going, things like that. So to get people on board, and some bigger names too, like my friend Chad Harding was here on with me last week. He draws for DC Comics. He's doing his own book right now. So we were pumping his book and everything, and so I'm trying to spread the love around and get that to manifest on both sides.
Right.
Manifest for them, manifest for myself. People get to know me a little bit better. Because sometimes, I'm not the most, lovable guy online. I'm not like high energy like
sure.
Tyler is, where he just screams into the mic, "Hey, everybody!" Right. Yeah,
sure. Get excited.
Yeah. And, he talks about his stuff all the time. So yeah, it's I'm a little bit I'm an older guy too, so I'm a little more reserved.
Yeah, well, and here's the thing about Tyler. In fact, I just thought about it today. Mm-hmm. I realized that he's talking about demons a lot, but I don't really know what it's about.
Yep, it's true. Yeah.
And I should probably ask him, hey, why don't you tell me what it's about? Mm-hmm. I hear that it's February 2nd, but I don't really know what it's about.
Yeah. Yeah, we should definitely have Tyler explain that a little bit more. I know what it's about because I read one of the scripts.
Sure.
And so, because I was going to draw a chapter at the time, but I was still nervous about my own skills. I should have did it, looking back, but I just kind of waffled and didn't do it. Probably would have changed, my life earlier, I guess, if I would have done that. So
these things take a bit, man. It takes a while, luckily the more expensive stuff is done, right? So you're the artist, that's the most expensive part. I pay $75 a page, plus coloring and all that. If I could
only 75.
What's up?
You only pay 75, or
I only pay 75, yes, but I'm paying somebody over save, and it's not that I wouldn't pay more; it's that I'm not going to make more than that at the stage in the game. 4,000 is pretty good, but if you think about it, if I pay 75 a page for a 32-page book, plus coloring another 50 on top, plus there's no money to be made in that,
Mm-hmm.
And it's not a grime against people shouldn't charge more. That's just what it is,
Yeah.
Because that's 2,040 just for the book,
Mm-hmm.
just for the inks. That's not counting anything else.
Mm-hmm. When you're printing books, are you printing just enough to keep for yourself, or are you printing just enough for the order, or some extra?
I print thousands.
That's what I'm doing too. So yeah.
And so you can make the money, but again, that it just costs me more money. It's $150 a table.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere I go.
Yeah, I get you.
So it's and again, there's nothing wrong with it. That's why people do foreign people, and eventually we get American.
Christopher is Indonesian kid with arthritis now. Good job.
He is not from Indonesia. He is from, I forget right now. He's from the Philippines, I think.
Oh, that's cool.
Cool. But I've used him for years too. I've used him since 2003.
In the Philippines, though, that's good money up there because my girlfriend's Filipino, and so if you're making most people over there only make about 6,000, 8,000 pesos a month, which is like $100, $120 a month. So if you're paying an artist,
and he's fast, he's good, and the positive is right. Like everyone wants an American, and it's not. I want an American.
Oh no, yeah, there's no way.
It's gonna be better if I go to a con and have an American sitting next to me doing sketches.
Yeah, I get it. it's not realistic though for everybody's budget, Because I know
Yeah,
how much I charge.
yeah, sure.
And there's some people who just can't afford it. They're like, nope, can't. I'm like, unfortunately, because of where I live, that's what I kind of have to charge.
Yeah,
Cost of art
exactly.
supplies, the cost of rent, the cost of everything. So,
Yeah.
I get it. I totally do. So, kind of
Yeah,
sucks, but
it's a tough thing, right? Because
Mhm.
you can get a guy who's a former Marvel guy for 150 a page,
Mhm.
who's down on his luck. And there's no set math about what these things should cost. It's just,
No,
is it worth it and is it not? And clearly you have work coming out, and people want to pay you for other stuff, so you're good, man.
yeah. So, yeah, it's kind of nice. But
Yeah,
honestly, if I was living also in like the Philippines or whatever, because my cost of living would be cheaper,
sure.
I'd probably charge a little less, to be honest. Uh,
Yeah, well, I mean, I would charge what you can get.
yeah, charge what you can get, but if you have to take a little less, it wouldn't hurt you, you
Right.
know, because you know, I mean, you could live like the Westerner over there, and pay just as much, but
Right.
typically, like if you get a house with a piece of property, it's like 20,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can't do that here. There's no way. I mean, unless you're going for Detroit, where the home's already burned down, and it's in the
Yeah,
it's
I've
in
got
that
it's an
rundown part.
expensive thing, because in
Hmm.
Florida we have so many cons. Like every weekend I can go to a con.
Yeah.
I was just in a con last weekend in Lakeland,
Hmm.
and then I'm going to a con this weekend as well. So it's crazy. It's
Hmm.
just ridiculous.
Chris, I talked to an Indian fellow to do my book, 750 for pencil ink, a color for a 30-page book. Um, if you can trust him, I don't see why
Yeah.
you wouldn't.
Well, there's a couple things to do too. There's a cost of that, right?
Yep.
There's a
Hmm.
cost to not having like a Brad working with me. So I have to
Hmm.
dumb down my language in my scripts
Yep.
because he may not understand some of these bigger words, some of these angles. So
Hmm.
there's a cost to it. So yes, it may cost you. You're basically paying for it either way. I'm
Hmm.
paying for it as more revisions and writing, or I don't pay for it, and just get what I get. So
Yeah.
yeah, you can do it, but please understand, you get what you pay for in any scenario.
Yep. It's true. And you may luck out where he's perfect for you.
Yeah,
Uh,
but regardless,
so
you're going to have to go back because he may not
yep.
understand the words or he may draw something really weird.
Yep.
I had to explain what a church directory was because he didn't understand. And it took like a long time to explain it. I had to figure it out. And there's no pictures for church directories that
Nope,
would
not
really
really. Yeah.
explain what I wanted to show him.
Yep.
Uh, and it's not that he did anything wrong. It's just, it's not a word that's used over there or,
Hmm.
or a thing that's there.
Yeah. And honestly, for that guy, 750 a month, he may think that's a high dollar amount for his what he's asking. And it's just because of where he lives. So
Yeah,
uh,
but the other thing is the exposure, right? Those guys do not help you grow your project. They are not on Facebook talking about it. They are not doing anything to help you
some
promote.
aren't. Yeah. Hmm.
So there's a few, but most of them, they're you don't. I don't want to sell books to Indonesia and have to sell to Indonesia,
Yeah.
right? I
Yep.
want to sell to American or Canada or Britain or people who I know are reading my book.
Yeah.
So that's the other negative of it too, is you get in these situations where you have to pay for the promoting because they're not going to promote the stuff because there's no benefit for
Yeah. It's true.
them.
It's just a livelihood for them. Yeah. So
Exactly. So
yeah.
there's a cost. When someone says that, I just want people to understand that there's a cost one way or the other. You're paying
Mhm.
for it. It's just you may not realize it.
It's true. I never thought about they're not going to add anything to your own exposure that way. So
Exactly.
yeah,
I
unlike
mean,
like
there's
if you hired
Americans
like
who
a Greg
there's a couple of
Capullo,
Americans
yeah.
who do $20 a page.
Oh
And
God,
they do great work. But again, because they're doing things $20 a page and everyone knows it's $20 a page, they're rushing through it. And you're not getting the style or the quality that you should be getting.
yeah, yeah. I've seen some of those $20 a page offers. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
my gosh, yeah.
I'm guilty of taking them. If I can get a good pinup for $20, now and then I'll take it.
See, this is why since it's my story, it's my project. I'm doing the artwork. I can be a lot less lenient, or I could be a lot lenient on what I need to make the book happen,
Right.
Yeah. So, because like on another project I'm going to be working on, we were going over the numbers, and they asked what my monthly or my page rate would be and stuff like that. And we were talking about it, and dude, it adds up really quickly.
Right.
So they're when they started doing the numbers, they were like, "Whoa, okay, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna have to get real serious, real quick." And so, and that's what they're doing. So they're going forward with it. But yeah, it's not cheap. It definitely ain't cheap. I mean, I think just just to do a handful of pages, some sketch work, and a couple pinups and things like that for the campaign. I think in it with the colorist and the letterer, they were at like, I think $4,000 or something like that.
Yeah.
So, and that's probably money they may not recover, So
yeah, I don't factor that in. I factor in my print costs. I went up for $2,500. That was printing.
Mm-hmm.
It was printing because I had the covers, the alternate covers, and the marketing material, the prints and all that. Mm-hmm. That was it, man. I'm not trying to make that money back, because I'm going to make that money back at tables.
Yeah. So like Slick Jimmy, with Little Girl Lethal. Yeah, he's a friend of mine, customer of mine at the shop. He paid for all of his artwork up front, with his artist. He worked for a year. I think it was a year and a half with them on the project, and he just kept working his job just to pay him,
Right.
And once it was, mostly together, that's when he finally made it live, but he had to slowly work towards it, and he wasn't sure if he was going to recover it all, but thankfully he did, because he hired a good guy, and Whiskey Paint has a good online presence in Europe and Russia and stuff, so yeah. I mean, if you're gonna get serious about making a book, I mean, if you're not the artist, be prepared to spend some money,
Yeah. And like I said, if you're not spending the money, you're going to spend it in marketing, and you're going to do it in other stuff, because you have to compensate for that. There's got to be a cost to compensate it.
Yeah. And you may lose it, so you may lose your hat, for a little bit. So be prepared to lose the money.
The positive of it, if you can afford it, if you can dump it, you'll make your money back in the trade, right? Because I don't have to pay. I use you as an artist. I don't have to pay you again for the trade. You've already done stuff.
Correct.
You have to pay for a cover, to make it special, but that's it.
Yep. It's true. I mean, that's where Marvel makes their money,
Yeah.
And DC. It's not individual issues. It's, sometimes it's, shops over ordering for variant covers, and stuff like that. But mainly it's trades, because trades, they never have to pay them again, except maybe a partial royalty, but it's like 0.5% maybe, of whatever. And it's already paid for by the time it gets sold on the shelf. So they're making that, if they charge us $10 for the book, we sell it for 20. They're making that $10 every time. So, every time it's printed, this has already been paid for. So
exactly. And they do reprints, the couple times a year where it's 8 new pages, and then the rest is, a reprint of the event of the villain that happens to be in this month's big focus, or a movie comes out, so they give you the best of. So they'll do some of that stuff over and over again. That's how they make their money forever.
Yeah. Chris, color really is color really necessary? A lot of very good books are black and white, and then later you see full color versions as additional content. I agree. I don't think it is really necessary, but you should leave the option open.
I think it depends on the genre, right? If you're writing a sci-fi book, it's probably not going to look really good in black and white, because sci-fi does really good with more colors. But if you're doing a hitman book, or you're doing a zombie book, or a crime book, noir is more in style with that. So stick with that. It depends
definitely
on
a horror book too. A horror book for sure, black and white.
Yeah, horror book. But if you're doing a superhero book, I would go full color. You want the brightness and the thing. So
yeah, it does help. But mangas have been black and white with only 1 or 2 color splash pages.
Sure.
But so you could run a campaign with In fact, what was it? Jack Irons did it. It was going to be a black and white book, and then one of the levels that you could unlock was for a colorist.
Yeah,
And that's what they did. So, and he ended up getting colored. So he did really well. And that level was just to pay for the colorist to do it. So
yeah, absolutely. So. And I'm going to do that. I'm probably going to come out with Broke Down. So Broke Down and 4 Dead Bodies issue 2 is done. It's just not colored yet. Mm-hmm. I'll probably come out with a noir edition because I did come out with a noir edition for number 1. It sells really well at cons. I'll probably put that up for a low campaign just to make some money to help pay the colorist.
Okay, cool. Nice.
There's ways to do these things, How are you doing? Have you pledged on a lot of stuff? Are you a backer?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I've done several books in different projects.
Okay.
I've done some of my friends' comics, and I've done a couple comics I've read. The last few months have been pretty poor because I got my ass handed to me at Long Beach Comic Con. So
yeah,
I haven't supported anything like the last 4 months. But
you want to start backing stuff, even if it's just for $1, because nobody knows how much you back for something.
Oh, okay.
They'll look at you and go, "Are you part of this community or not?"
Okay,
right? Or some backers won't back you if you haven't backed enough backers and stuff. And I've seen it. I've proven. There's been people who've been live, and I was like, "Hey, why don't you just back a couple of projects?" Mm-hmm. So you back 10 projects. Here's the other catch too: if you back in the middle of your campaign, the people who are running their campaign will see your campaign.
Okay.
Because they'll look at it. Everyone's curious. You ran your campaign, right? You were curious about who they were, what they backed, what other stuff they liked.
That's true. That's true.
It's just human nature.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I would recommend, do the Hamilton trick. Throw $10 at 10 things, $1 a piece.
Yeah, I can do that. It's not a problem.
And pick things that you think would be interesting, or
yeah,
things
I'm only going to support things I think are worth it.
So. But yeah, that'll look really good on you when you go live that you've backed a few projects that you're proud of this. Hold on one second, my cat's going crazy.
Yeah, no worries. Hey guys, you guys got any questions or any other things you want us to answer? Please let us know. By the way, so Chris has been really good in the chat. We like talking to him, but we listen. We know there's others listen, so we got any questions? Let us know.
Yeah. Any questions about Kickstarters? I'm running a couple right now. Any questions about my book, or any questions about running your own Kickstarter or art or anything? We're just talking.
Yeah, it's all good. But are you? So you're mainly just writer. You do.
Correct.
You do some sketch covers we saw, on occasion.
I mean, I did them, yes, but should I have? I don't know.
Well, they paid you for them, so
Yeah, but those were mostly friends, not 100%, but the majority of them were. Oh, Travis is going to draw something. Oh, I'm going to make him do that. There's nothing wrong with that, right?
That's true. It's true. You ever check out Drawn and Quartered?
Yeah, of course.
Did you see the fan one last night?
I didn't see it last night. No.
So do you know who Booster is?
Yeah.
Booster won last night.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And he was like, "No, don't send me up to the pros. Don't," because he has to go next week now. And because he's been getting better. So he started out as gagging, just drawn with his mouse in MS Paint, but he started getting better and better and better. And he's actually getting pretty good. And you can't call him just kind of a chump anymore, because he's actually getting pretty good at doing artwork with a mouse and on MS Paint. And so Booster won last night, and now he has to go to the pros and show his skills with MS Paint and a mouse against Mike Miller and all those other guys. So we'll see how it goes. But he was dreading it last night. He was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe I have to go."
Yeah. So. Well, and I'm doing. I am practicing a little bit to be able to at least draw my characters good, like a head. So I am practicing a little bit, but that's just to have, to be able to do that if somebody asks me. because it makes a big deal at a con. You know, if you're drawing, sketching, it'll bring people to your table.
Oh, dude. So yeah, that's my bread and butter at a con is
Yeah.
I'll be there drawing live, and I
Yeah.
do my commissions live, in front of you. So,
Right.
you can sit there and watch me for an hour while I do your stuff, or you
Right.
can look later. But usually I have a crowd around me while I'm doing it. So, because almost nobody draws live at a convention.
Right.
Very few people do. And that's how I got my start, really. That's what I've been doing at almost all the cons is I sell a handful of prints. I only bring a handful, as it's okay. So when I go to cons or conventions and artist alley, the thing I hate seeing the most is all these tables with just print after print after print after print, and it's just a wall of prints, a wall of little knickknacks, a wall of whatever. But you ask him to draw something for you. Oh no, I can't. Or
Right.
look at you in the eye, or
Sure.
nothing. There's no engagement there whatsoever. Just a wall of artwork that you get glazed over on.
Right.
So when I go, I bring 8 things at most,
Okay.
to put behind me besides my banner. So 8 prints,
Right.
a binder of original artwork there.
Sure.
And then it's just me and a drawing station, and with blank piece of paper. And they're like, "Well, what's that for?" I'm like, "Well, draw what you want." And they're like, "Oh, you're going to do it now?" I'm like, "Yeah, you tell me what you want. I'll do it now." And that gets people intrigued. Like, really? Like, okay. And so I'm like, "Well, what's your favorite character, or whatever? What do you want me to draw?" Okay.
Right.
Pay my brother right there. And I start it right there. They're all like, "Holy crap," and because I draw fairly fast,
Right.
so yeah, and that is my bread and butter every time,
Yeah.
so like my
Us
last
writers
con,
don't have that. We have to just be charming.
yeah, my last con, I think I made 1,200 in just commissions, so
Wow.
that was $100 a pop, so I did 12 in 3 days,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah,
The
it's good. I mean,
first day everybody's like, what's going on over here? They're looking around
sure.
and stuff like that because I'm a no name. But as soon as they see me start drawing, everybody gets in line and then it starts backing up. So,
Right.
yeah. So, drawing is, doing commissions if you're an artist is the way to go if you can do it. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's good. I mean, I when I do cons, I have to do the covers. I have to do all sorts of things to try to make table. I have to do a lot of things. And that's the key is to figure out a way to partner with people that'll help you get to where you need to go.
Yeah, it's true. I don't share spaces though anymore. I shared one with Tyler.
Okay.
That didn't go very well.
Because of him? Because he
No. So what happened was the table was a normal 3 foot by 6 foot table, right?
Sure.
I think, yeah. But the guy next to us, Tyler's kind of G-rated art. I'm more PG-13.
Sure.
The guy next to us happened to be full TNA. And,
wow.
It was. I mean, he was really cool. He draws zombie tramp. Zombie tramp.
Yeah.
Dude, and he had so many people in front of his booth that they just crowded us out. So, and then the mothers would come by and just put the blinders on their kids and keep walking.
Right.
So, like, no, I can't get these sales this way. But yeah, that was the only time.
Well, and it's probably not good for Tyler either if you're both artists and you can both draw, and you're both about the same rate because you don't want to go too far away from each other. It's going to cause things if it's going to cause some issues.
Yeah, Tyler and I are definitely not the same skill level. That's for sure.
Sure.
Just to put it nicely.
Well, and it's a different style too. It's not even skill level. It's a different style. Like someone may want a cleaner style, they're going to go with you. If they want more of a dirty style, they're going to go with Tyler. There's, depends on the art that you're looking for.
I don't think I'm very clean. Yeah.
I think you're cleaner than Tyler.
Well, maybe. I don't know.
Tyler seems dirty. I mean, from Demons and stuff, it looks like very dirty art.
He didn't do Demons.
I thought he did.
No,
I guess the only thing I've seen for him is his Justin Oren 2-page thing. Then.
Yeah, that's He doesn't do a lot of artwork. So
Okay.
yeah, Demons is done by another guy altogether. So
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I
So
thought that was his work before he started the other way.
no, he's the writer of Demons. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, but yeah, he has some stuff on his Facebook page. But yeah, he's another skill level. He knows it. We talk about
Yeah.
it. So yeah. But
Yeah.
once we found out there was an extra table though at that Las Vegas con, straight across from us that nobody took. So we took it the last day. We split tables. We
Right.
did much better. Both of us did. Yeah. So. But,
Yeah, that's the way to do it. I mean, I share
mhm.
it with other writers, but I would probably, I would be hesitant. And then I share it sometimes with artists, but I have artists who, I'll have them do a pinup on my book or something. So
Yeah.
they're at least associated with the book, so we can both sign it, and they can get
Mm-hmm.
sketches, and they can use the sketch covers. And normally I give people who table with me, hey, the sketch covers are free, man.
That's
Just
cool.
whatever
Nice.
someone draws on.
Yeah, my first gig in the comics was actually with Peter Simetti, and I
Okay.
did the pinup in the back of the chair graphic novel.
Okay.
So that was my first, thing into comics. So
Nice.
it was kind of neat. I think he sold the last one not too long ago. No, it's still there. It's still there. It's in the back of the trade. So you can
Okay.
get the trade and see my artwork in the back, but yeah,
Nice.
it's not bad. Yeah, Chris
Yeah,
Tyler does mostly writing. Yep.
my first work was a book that I did the back 4 pages of. It was a writer. He always gave the 4 pages to another group. You'd have to find your own artist or whatever, but he would publish you and he would pay all the publishing costs.
Yeah.
So
Hey, do you have a sample of your script? I kind of want to see how you do your scripts.
I do them 2 different ways. So it depends
Okay.
on the script. I do different things, but yeah, I can send you that.
Well, yeah, I'm kind of. So, are you very descriptive in your scripts, or are you very?
Depends on the script.
Really?
And formatting is different too because I'm a film. I graduated from film school, so my films are.
Okay, so you do the typical screenplay type thing.
Yeah, so they kind of look like screenplay. But my more recent Dog Days one, I actually did. I broke down the panels. I numbered the panels so the letterer knows how many panels are on each page. I tended, but again, remember my artists are foreigners too, so I sometimes dumb down the writing. But I can send you a sample of actually here. Share it with everybody. Everybody's going to get a free copy of Broke Down.
There you go.
Yeah, there's the back of it. The digital deluxe has my script, so you can read it.
Oh, that's cool.
So I'll share that in the chat. So if you're on the chat right now, you're going to get a free copy of my book. Nice. Buy it in print; it's way better.
Yeah. So the way Tyler does his scripts when I got it, so because I've seen several, like I've done some Marvel. There's Tyler right there, actually in chat. So when I got scripts, the sample scripts from Marvel, they're really detailed in the panels, about breakdowns. The way Tyler does it, it's very simplified. He has 5 panels on this page. I want third on this one, blah blah blah. And but it's very simple. So I'm kind of interested, because I see all these other scripts that are out there. They're all different. There's not one set one that is.
Yeah, there's no set way to do it per se. There's no official way to do it. And really, the key is for script writing is you want to have a project that plays to your strength. So my strength is dialogue. I'm really good at dialogue. So I focus on that. So I build scenes that get high tension and dialogue to allow there to be word bubbles without overdoing it. So there's no right or wrong way to do it. I've read stuff, but Bendis is one of the greatest writers out there. His scripts are very, very bare, very, very minimal description.
Are they? Okay.
He doesn't worry about it. But Grant Morrison basically tells you it's a completely different story reading his script than the actual comic because of how much detail he puts in it. So it really depends on what your background is and what you want to do.
Now Tyler in the chat says, he does it because he wants me to do, as the artist, do the breakdowns and I get it, that's cool. How do you feel when an artist goes, hey, I really don't like what you did right here, and they change your page slightly?
I'm pretty forgiving about it as long as it gets a thing. So for a normal comic book for me, I normally send back probably about 3 panels and maybe 1 page.
Okay.
Or so. I don't tend to overdo it, but the stuff that I send back tends to be really, really important.
Okay. Okay. Gotcha.
So for instance, in Broke Down, there's a mystery amongst the case. If you don't get the case right, and the case isn't positioned right, it ruins the plot. And
Okay.
it's really hard to explain that, so I just kind of do it, you know.
Gotcha. All right.
So here is my script. I'm gonna put it in the chat. Hey, Gratz finishing the Indiegogo. You're only going live in like a day.
He's got a few days.
Yeah. Isn't it fancy to see him in his new house where he's got the light?
I know, right? I was jealous of his room. Yeah. Yeah, I'm way jealous of his room. So. Okay.
So that'll take a minute to open because that is the high res.
I got it. I got fast internet. So. Yeah. So yeah, you and Tyler write very similar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you can share that on the screen. I don't care.
Oh, okay, I will. Yeah, 1 second.
Because we did some cool stuff for that digital deluxe. Look at the art, the way we did it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. So this is so these are just the script and some of the pages, the pencils.
Yep.
Here. Did he use a model for his cars and stuff? I can't tell.
Yeah, that's
I think he did.
For a 74 Ford.
Yeah, no. What I mean is, did he trace the image and then?
Oh no, dude! He did that in 2005. It wasn't even possible.
Oh, really? That's cool. Let's go back up here to the top, though. Let's see, page 1.
Yeah.
So yeah, his scripts are very similar to what I get from Tyler. So not bad. You know, Tyler is, hey, I see this one as like, a half page. On panel 2, but maybe a third. Yeah, I get it. So yeah, very, very similar. Yeah.
And the next one, I can show you a Dog Days script. So I've modified it since then. I think my script writing is better the way I do it, but I'll have to show screen that way. Let me open up one of the scripts. Description-wise, it's probably about the same, but I think formatting it makes the artist a little bit aware. Because if I tell you, hey, there's going to be 4 bubbles in this page, you know you need to leave a whole bunch of room.
So I'm gonna open a project that I was working on with some friends a while ago. Let me find the script real quick. This is for Fang Ho. It's called The Mad Monkey.
Okay.
And he did it. He was a movie writer. So I'm trying to find where he put it or where I put it. Projects. I have so many folders. Too many folders, man. Too many folders.
Yeah, definitely. In Utah, you definitely want to pay attention to the road because you guys have the weirdest highways. The way they turn, the way they.
Here we go. So there's the script. Boom.
And I've got mine too. If you want to share screen.
Yeah. So let me. This is going to be my big book that I'm going to be doing later. This is, to me, the most important project I'll work on.
Okay.
So I'm going to show you at the very beginning here. So this is how he wrote it.
Right.
Yeah. So standard movie type script.
Yeah, that's a movie script. Yep.
Yeah. And then I've been kind of going through and cleaning it up a little bit. So
okay.
But he did a bunch of it too. But it is literally probably 4 graphic novels long.
Yeah.
The way this is written, because this is just part 1 of 3, and it's 51 pages.
Right.
Yeah. So this is going to be a very long book. The Mad Monkey. It will be coming eventually. This is going to be the 4th book I plan on doing. So the first really good chapter in here will run about 40 something pages.
Right.
So this is what I want to get up to, where I could just make this whole book myself and go from there. But
yes, the newest way that I do, which is kind of different here. Let me share screen, show you how I do it now.
Sure.
So this is more the modern way that I do it.
I'll put you on present so you can just pull it up.
So you can see me now?
Yeah. We see your screen. Yep.
So, all right. So this is Dog Days. So I break it down right at the beginning, tell you how many panels. I break it down into sound effects. I number each of the sound bubbles so people know how the stuff. It's a lot cleaner, and it helps explain things a little better. So see how it's all numbered. So I want the chief to have two bubbles, two separate bubbles there. I want to.
Okay. All right.
And it allows to add a little bit more spacing, and it allows me as a writer to separate the dialogue a little better when I do things. Right? So
see, what I like too is when I'm as an artist, I like seeing the full page. Like page 1 is just all of page 1. Everything on page 1 is on that page 1, and then I can flip it and go to page 2. I'm like, okay, I'm going to have 5 panels on this page.
Right.
These are the panel numbers. These are the dialogue for each panel.
Yeah.
So even if it's just a splash page,
it
says this is page 4, whatever. It's a splash page. This little description needs to be there, and then you flip the page, and then you're on page 5. So to me, that's a little bit easier as an artist to break it down.
And I do that, and I give my artists this too. I give them an issue by issue breakdown so they know what to expect. So this is, what's going to happen in these issues and how they break down. So they kind of get the whole idea of what the story is going to be and how it's going to revolve and how it's going to resolve and where my beats are. So I do a lot of work when I go into these things.
Okay. All right.
Stop sharing because I don't really have anything else exciting to show you on that.
No, you're good, dude. Yeah. But yeah, so I don't know, man. Just there's different ways to do it, I guess. So
yeah, there's nothing wrong with it, and there's no whatever way you do it is it really depends on how you gotta if you get to where you're going. Sometimes the art, but people are gonna know if it's the art that's making you good or if it's the writer. That it may take a book or two, but and you've seen that, right? Where you're reading a book and you're like, wow, this is really good. And then they switch artists, and that the writing feels different. It's not that the writing was any better; it's that the artist was carrying the book.
Yeah, it's that happened with me with what was it? Images Wetworks when Will Spartaccio was doing it. Yeah. When about issue 12 or 13, they changed the artist, and it just did not feel the same anymore. So, yeah. So
it can definitely make or break. In middle of the runs, you can see the difference. Nightwing's probably the best example in modern. Nightwing changes their writer/artist every other arc, and you can feel the difference.
Yeah, there's a lot of books like that though right now.
Yeah, especially in Marvel and DC these days. It's like even Spider-Man, right? Spider-Man is drawn by 4 different teams now.
The different books, yeah. So
no, even Amazing has
same writer, 2 different artists.
Right. 2 different artists.
Yeah, so they switch off because it's every other week.
It's 3 artists now.
No, it's 2.
No, it's the guy from Invincible, Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan Otley, and then Humberto
Ramos, and then you got Chris Battletell is coming for.
Oh, is he coming on?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I'm seeing all those guys this weekend. I'm actually in a room hanging out with Donnie Cates this weekend.
Oh, okay.
That'll be interesting. They're coming down to Florida, and I am because I'm friends with the guys who own it. I'm gonna be going out and hanging out with him. He doesn't drink or anything, but I'm gonna be hanging out. with him.
I don't drink either, so.
Hanging out with him, so that's gonna be kind of fun.
That'll be cool.
And I mean, the guy is killing it. That issue of Guardians this week was phenomenal.
Yeah, people said I should have read that one this week, but I didn't. So,
it's the best team introduction that I've seen, probably since Brad's JLA with the New 52.
Really? Yeah. Okay, I'll go back and read it. So, Now I feel
Yeah, even if you don't like Guardians, like it's just
yeah,
a
I'm
good.
not. Because I'm not the biggest Guardians fan, so I was like, But I wanted to follow up on two other books I was enjoying that I know I normally don't like the creators of, but I wanted to check in on it, and I was like, oh, okay, these are pretty good still. So, but you can't read every book, not all the time, anyway.
You can't, no. I mean, I have a decent stack. I got a 60% discount at my comic store because I used to run a rival comic store.
Oh,
I get about 50 or $60 a week on comics.
well, they
Still.
make like 7% on you, and that's about it.
Yeah, they don't make a lot on me, but they make up for it. And I help them for every event.
Oh, okay.
I gave them a store's worth of clients. I brought all my clients over.
Oh, nice. Okay.
When I canceled. So that's where they get it. And I don't think they care. And I do make it up in quantity, right? Because I don't. It's not like I go, oh, I need this discount and I get 3 books. I buy a lot of books.
What store is that you work at? Or
Famous Faces and Funnies.
What's it called?
Famous Faces and Funnies.
Oh, that's cool. And where's it at?
You'll see them in they're Melbourne, Florida. You'll see them in if you follow Bleeding Cool. They do a lot of articles in Bleeding Cool.
Oh, do they? Okay.
Yeah. And if your store wants any broke down books, I send them out for free the first round of them.
Yeah.
I don't know if he does any books. I send him 4 for free, and then if he wants more, he just lets me know. If he doesn't, that's okay.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that, and I'll let the owner know they're coming in. So
just send me the address, and I'll send them over.
Yeah.
It's just about getting exposure, getting them in stores. Even if nobody buys them, it just helps.
Yeah. What do you charge for the issues? Like not
they're $5.
$5 an issue, $4.99 or whatever.
Yeah.
All right, that's cool.
They're $5, and like I said, the first 4 are free. And then if you want more after that, let me know what covers and.
Okay. Yeah, I'll bring it in. We'll show it to the shop and see what people think. So
yeah. Worst case scenario is they sit on the shelf and you put them in a dollar bin.
That's true. We could do that. Yeah.
Right. So. And it costs you $0, so you're good.
That is very true. I like that cost. I think the owner would like that cost.
Right. Yeah. And then
at one time, I forgot the name of it. They did. The company went out of business about 2 years ago. They were selling comics. They did all trades. There was these trades we never heard of before, and but to every comic book store in the state, in Utah State, right?
Mm-hmm.
They sent every store a huge box of trades, like for free. We're like, dude, like, why are you doing this? This is a lot of money, And they went out of business 6 months later. They thought it was going to get them money, by giving it out there so you could reorder, but nobody wanted the books.
Right, sure.
Yeah, nobody wanted at all. Like we put them out there to see if anybody would buy them. Showed them off, told people they would come and get them, but nobody wanted to read what they were putting out. So they were doing like really hard horror books, like pulpy horror, type stuff, and some were pretty borderline adult, material. And where I live, it's very
you're Mormon
very conservative, Mormon country, yeah. Like, dude, I don't know why you sent them to us. It's not really going to work here, but okay, yeah. So we ended up having to give them away. For Halloween, we just left them on the table. Like, here you go, please take one.
That's stupid. I mean, I do it to say that you're in a store, and I have the retail levels for broke down. So when issue 2 comes out, we did pretty good on that. Why don't we order some? And I keep the retail levels low enough that people buy it. And then they can get the books that way. And eventually, I'll be in Diamond, so you'll know about it before when it's there.
When you do your retail books, I know you sold it for what? It was 8 copies for how much?
It was eight for 40, I think. So 40? It's about half. Yeah, so about half.
So okay, and you sold them for what, $5, right? But
yep,
it was 10 on the Indiegogo. Yeah. So, see, I was thinking doing a retail thing, like maybe later in the run, like near the end, like you were talking. But if we do that, I want to give it more of a break to retailers so they can make a little.
Oh no, I sold 20. I'm sorry, it was $20.
Okay.
I only know the reason why I think 40 is everyone who got it because it was such a good deal spent $40.
Oh, okay. So
because they were like, "Oh, I'll get a whole bunch."
$20 for 8 books. That was what, $2 something a book, right?
Yeah. So it's like $2 something a book.
Yeah.
So
how'd you have to prove like it was the retailer who was ordering it?
I just for the most part, I kind of asked and just double verified.
Okay.
From the things, it says I sold 2, but I actually sold more than that. I actually sold 6 because people had already pledged on other levels and asked, "Hey, can I add that retail pack?"
Oh, okay.
I went to store and I verified it. And
yes, I was thinking about sending you a picture of your shop or something like that.
And what does it matter, really? If someone wants to buy that many more copies of your book, why?
Yeah.
Why are they lying?
Yeah, especially late in the campaign. It's like, okay.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Why are they lying? What are they gonna gain from that?
Yeah.
And you don't put anything special there like the artist edition or anything that. I did end up giving my retailers a lot of times those special things as well. But yeah, so it's $8 for 20 and no shipping. I didn't charge any shipping.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I was thinking about doing that too. Free shipping in the United States for
because I just want the retails to have them, and they've done
exactly.
Really well. Yeah. I've got stores in. Let me see my current store list. I've got them in Rochester, New Hampshire. I've got 4 stores in Florida. I've got 2 stores in Denver, 1 in Colorado, 2 in Texas.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah. So excited, and I'd love to add Salt Lake City to that if you're.
I'm sure you can. Yeah, I mean, right downtown too. If you're gonna be visiting Black Cat Comics and Dr. Volts are like within a mile of each other, a mile and a half.
Yeah,
and probably they sell the most like single issues for all Utah, like they're hardcore comics only. My store is more of a jack of all trades type thing.
Okay.
Because I do Magic, comics, Magic, board games, stuff like that. Yeah, but they're hardcore comics. So I mean, that's where I went to go see Jim Lee sign was at Dr. Volts. So
nice.
Yeah.
Do they have good? Do they have good free comic book day events?
I believe they do. I think mine are a little bit better though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you get people to come in and do free sketches and stuff like that?
Oh yeah. Tyler comes out too. I try to get 4 to 5 artists for all of our stores. We have 4 stores. So
wow.
Yeah. So and some cosplayers and
well, I definitely want to be in there if there's 4 stores, but I'll have to probably send you more than 4 books.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. So
yeah, just figure out if he's interested, and
I'm sure he will be for free for the first one, so we can go from
there. I'll send a couple of books per store.
Sure.
Yeah.
But yeah,
and then if there's people like you, if he knows ones that have better indie, hey, we do better indie,
Yeah, and if you want to come out for free comic book day, we can hook you up too. So
my store does a lot too. So we have pro artists that come out for free. So we have that, and then my other store. So I'm from New Hampshire, and the store that I'm from is a store that the Ninja Turtles came from.
Okay.
So I sometimes go up there and hang out with Kevin Eastman because I knew him growing up.
Oh
yeah. So it's the same town that Ninja Turtles came from. So it's a big deal over there too. So between the 2 stores, I don't think I would ever. I'd be pulled anywhere else.
Yeah, it's like it's kind of hard for me to see going to any of the other stores on Free Comic Day because I work so much at the store I do, and the owners have helped me out so much that.
Well, you got to think about this though. If they're doing, let's say they're doing free sketches somewhere else.
Yeah, I don't.
And you want to bring this brand together.
Yeah.
Think about the pledge levels you can get by going to get a sketch cover from a famous artist at another show.
Yeah, I get you. Okay.
Yeah, just a thought.
Yeah. But cool, man.
I got to wrap up pretty soon.
I was just gonna try and transition that way. But anybody have any last minute questions before we take off? Type it in the chat real quick.
We know it's Friday night. People are out.
It is Friday. People aren't out yet. It's only 4:40 here still. So.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dog Days is live. You know,
yep,
we
Dog
got a
Days
couple
is live.
backers. We got a couple backers since we've been talking. So
oh, nice.
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad I could help that way. Yeah.
I don't know if they're your. Yeah, we'll just assume they came from you. Yes.
Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah.
Advocator is also live.
Good.
So yeah, anything you guys want to do, you know, the goal is to get funded, right? Even $1 helps, man. If you spend $1, you'll learn a little bit about the book, and you'll get some sample chapters. So we take care of our people.
Good, man. I appreciate that. Travis, hey, thanks for coming out, man. Thanks for
and if you want to send me that preview when you're live, let me know and I'll take a look at it.
Oh, I will. I will be for sure, definitely, because I want to talk to you about some things off air too. So
okay.
All right. Well, I think we'll wrap it up here, guys. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them in the comments below the video after the chat's done here. I put Travis's Twitter handle also in the comments below. So check him out. Keep an eye on handyman stuff coming.
Yep.
Anyways, thanks, guys. God bless. Have a great day, okay?
All right. See you guys.